Hello again. This is the One Episode Rule, a show about first impressions and anime. I'm Magpie, and whew, boy, you never know how much you hate your own voice until you've spent so much time editing it. I just spent like large portions of the last couple of days just cleaning up like lip smacking noises. And all sorts of just horrible other things. Anyway, let my co-hosts introduce themselves.
I'm Blackle. I went to IKEA last weekend.
All right.
I'm Joey. My uncle once asked me if I had seen Death Note.
I'm Emma. Otaku ni naritaku nakatta kedo.
Well, anyway, back to Joey's Death Note thing.
Ich spreche kein Deutsch.
Yeah, can we talk about the Death Note thing for just 2 seconds?
Love to hear.
I had not seen Death Note at that point, and it was very embarrassing for me.
What?
Damn.
It's like was it embarrassing because you hadn't seen it, or because?
Yeah, because I had to be like, oh yeah, I love
All the
anime.
above.
And my uncle was like, have you seen Death Note? And I was like, nope.
This is disturbingly close to the thing the Super Best Friends did one time. But anyway,
Oh,
you haven't
You're
seen
not.
Death Note?
You haven't seen Death Note? You're not anime anymore, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Damn.
So what we do here is, you should know if you've listened this far, but we pick an anime that none of us have seen, and we all watch the first episode, and then we come back later and talk about it.
And we take notes because we're good little students.
We do
We're
take
good
notes.
little students of the craft.
The craft.
Sure.
But anyway, let's see. I think I'm gonna call upon Blackle because I didn't last time.
Yay.
Oh,
So
joy.
I've got an anime.
Alright. Fuck.
And we talked about this last time. I talked about my idea for an anime we could watch, and it was shot down because Magpie had already seen a commentary video about it. But it was called Handshakers. And apparently it was the worst anime of like 2017 or something. And you know what I found? You know what I found while I was on Wikipedia? I found W''Z 2019 anime television series, a sequel to Handshakers.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Oh God.
So I suggest that we watch the sequel to what has been panned by at least one commentary video as the worst anime of its release date,
Fantastic.
which I don't know.
It's just kind of nonsense that this show was made for.
Excellent. Yeah, worst anime of 2017 according to a secondhand source, according to Magpie.
Yeah. Well, that secondhand source was Mother's Basement, who has a pretty significant viewership. So
I see. Okay, but I haven't seen it. Is what I'm trying to say.
I have
You're
to
my
I have to
secondhand
agree with
source.
him from the video I watched. The animation in the background was could be described as vomitous.
Good.
So
Oh,
That gives
no.
me a lot of hope for tonight.
Getting
they
really
chose-
excited.
they chose a really weird mixture of like traditional animation and CG work.
I'm so upset
Okay.
my feet are throbbing.
All right.
Don't say that.
Wait, what?
Look,
No.
Don't say your feet are throbbing.
That's not
Don't worry
good.
about it.
It's not good.
All right. Well, I don't know. Do we have any more witty banter, or do we just want to go watch the thing?
Can we make
let's,
fun of Blackle for saying Z instead of Z?
Oh yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that. We can take out some time for that.
just
Yeah. Why say Z like a normal person?
Zed.
All right. Okay, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, that's about as much mileage as we're gonna get out of that.
Okay, yeah, we kind of milked it, huh?
No, it's just like, oh, Blackle's Canadian.
Yeah, it's about time we go on.
Look at her crazy passport. All right, we're back. Well, who wants to go first?
My mind palace has been ransacked.
That's a good opening statement.
So I think, like, if I could say something, that this anime, of course, is a sequel.
Yeah.
So the whole opening has been reintroductions of what should be very well-known characters, but for us, it's just a slideshow of like unrecognizable faces with
A slideshow of the same anime character with different hairstyles.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it's sad because I was going to say that the character design was the strongest thing about the anime.
Oh, we're about to have words. Because I found their
Yeah?
faces to be fucking awful.
I didn't.
Why
I
their
did
eyes
not
like
like
that?
their giant eyeballs. They were bad.
Big.
The giant eyeballs were very bad. The mouths scared me a lot because of just no presence of teeth whatsoever scared me.
All right, before we get too into this, we need to
All
do
right.
the thing. I will select. I choose. I choose Emma to read the blurb.
Great. All right. So here is how Crunchyroll describes the show. Inspired by house music from a young age, Yukiya spends his free time as a DJ for a crowd of one, and that's sad, and uploads his videos online. Like any young teenager, he yearns for something greater than his current life. He wants recognition and importance, but breaking out of his comfort zone means he runs the risk of getting hurt, so the cycle continues. That is until the day he finally crosses the line of no return and live streams a performance that will change his world forever. Did anyone get any single bit of that from what we watched?
I got the fact that he has a viewership of 918.
No, I think that was just the number of views on the video, and it's probably just the one girl refreshing.
Damn.
No, there was a couple of people listening to his music that were like dancing very, very awkwardly. I cannot stress enough
Yeah.
how awkward the dancing was to watch.
One of my notes says, "No one who made this show has ever danced in their lives."
Good point. I think that's very
And
apt description.
The other thing is the dancing like went on for like just the slightly uncomfortably amount of long time. Like
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
It's a
What
little
I
too
found
much.
what I found was I thought that the whole like montage at the beginning, not only being a reintroduction of apparently well-known characters that we don't know because we were
don't
not
know
here
that.
for the first,
It could just
we
be
weren't here.
bullshit.
I wasn't here for the first for the first season. I was busy
Yeah.
gardening my lawn. But what I found very funny was that because I didn't know these characters, that what I got from this was that he was a very popular DJ online. And that all these different people are listening to him, and these are all like their different slices of life, and they all enjoy his music. And then when it came to the point where it's like, I have 918 views on this video, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you don't really get the impression that that his fans are actually people just waiting to assassinate him.
uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
That's how this podcast is going to be when it drops.
this is true.
So all our listeners are just like, pull the trigger, Piglet.
We've got to like after this. I'm going to start uploading this. I think so. We've got like a 3-episode buffer to flee if the bullets start coming.
If things get
Yeah.
really bad.
This is
Before
our
we start
contingency
getting
plan.
shot up by wizards on a train.
Wizards on a train who are holding hands and also gay.
God.
Mhm.
So I just I wrote this like 5 different times throughout my notes, but I just have to say, I know this is a sequel, but Jesus Christ. There's like, I mean, I feel like even if you're doing like a direct sequel, you gotta at least explain a little bit of what's going on.
The other thing too is it's 2 years later from the release date of the last anime, so I think that everyone's moved on, and they need to reel them back like
They
lost
need
fishes.
to remind everyone what they're watching, and they didn't do. I don't know.
I really love the gratuitous English for handshakers. By the way,
Yes.
handshakers.
I know this is later in the show, but a regular handshaker is a very
A
funny
regular
phrase.
handshaker is fucking like a fucking hilarious term.
That's what they called me in high school.
I can't imagine, like, you just do it wrong. That's what... You just come in for it, and you, like, just, like, grab their upper arm.
Whoops,
God.
wrong. I missed.
Whoops, missed, whoopsie doopsie.
That's like, and you've got like your handshaker teacher like doesn't want to insult you or make you feel bad, so it's just like what you're doing is irregular.
It's non-standard.
And I
Non-standard
think that
handshaker.
maybe we should explain a little bit better than the Crunchyroll description for our viewers.
Sure.
Because they might not know what's going on. Basically, if you're a special kind of person and you hold another special kind of person on the hand, you get transported into the Windows 2000 screensaver zone, and then you get to fight other people.
I will
Yeah.
say that's one of the only, like, interesting or like original parts of the show, and this was in the previous show, was the weird texture effect that they put on the floor and
I did think it was interesting. I was also heavily upset by the fact that all of the environments were CG, but the people are animated. It was very, very Danganronpa.
Oh, the CG is truly terrible, and I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure that all of those are just real locations somewhere that
Probably.
have just been, just sort of
Digitized.
just fucked up real bad and put into this anime.
They loaded them in on Google Maps, and turned on 3D view.
So I thought that the effect for the handshaker realm, whatever that's called, I thought it was like kind of interesting to look at, but I wish they wouldn't have put so many of those giant fish swimming around because it was very distracting for some reason.
So many fish.
Did anybody notice that the guy that he was fighting in the OP had fucking pizza cutters on his arms? Because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did notice that.
Like, that's really good. I love it. I saw it and I clapped when I saw it.
Can we talk really briefly about how the weapons are referred to, just like barely at the end in one sentence? We are told that the weapons are called Nimrods.
They're called Nimrods.
This is a strange choice of alternate word for stand.
Yeah.
I think that this is a bit of it might be a localization error, because here Nimrod means idiot, right? But biblically Nimrod is something different.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a weird, boring weapon stand.
Who knows?
For a show that focuses so heavily on the main character's music, I would expect the music that he creates to be good.
To be any good at all, but it was like pretty bad.
Well,
like the main hook was fine, but that one part where it's like breaking down into the percussion, I was like, Jesus, this? No wonder he has 918 views, and they're all from people trying to kill him.
Yeah, it's 918 views, and it's because every track he releases is somebody's first Fruity Loops project.
God damn. Too real.
I literally cannot summon in my mind what that music sounded like. To
There was a lot of unnecessary record scratching.
I like what made me extremely uncomfortable was when they go and they're about to start his show to get
his
viewers.
irresponsible live show from
his irresponsible live show. He spat in his hands and like rubbed them together.
Yes,
he's just like,
Didn't like that.
I'm gonna slime up these records real good.
Just gotta get a little of my handshaker goo on him.
That's how you get the best sound.
My favorite part of that whole sequence, I think, was him pulling out that fucking Gary's Mod prop of a mask and handing it to that girl. It's so CG, it's like not even touching his fingers.
What I love is that it's not even proportional to their faces. Like, it's proportional to a human's face, but they are not human. They are like insectoid.
Oh man, like that. I'm gonna part the curtains a little bit here. I watched this in pretty bad quality. I wasn't aware that that thing was actually that bad. I thought to myself, oh, it can't actually be that bad. It just must be the video quality of the screen.
No,
it was.
It was really bad. It was really bad. I had no idea what this show was trying to do.
Did anyone notice how when they first teleport Hatsune Miku to like the Handshakers realm, she like sees herself dead and she's like,
yeah,
oh.
I was gonna say whenever he was gonna take her hand, I was like, wait a minute, I thought they implied that shaking hands was like bad or dangerous, and now he's just doing it willingly. So I was like, uh-oh, he's going to murder her. And then the next thing that flashes on the screen is her like gored up, and I was like, holy shit, I was right. What's going on?
Yeah, this is a really weird choice for somebody you consider to be like a friend or companion. It's just be like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do a performance together. Let me just take you to the psychedelic fuck death dimension, and we'll do a live show there. And also,
You might die.
I don't really know what her part of the performance was because she didn't appear to do anything.
She said meow a few times.
She did say meow a few times and put on the cute cat mask and danced around.
Cute cat mask?
I wouldn't describe it as cute. I would describe it as ominous.
They probably thought it was cute? Question mark. But
It looks like the logo of a company that used to make adventure games.
God.
That flies out of the screen at
It's
you.
really, really rough.
It looks like
Sorry.
the logo of a company that does escape rooms, but like they actually kill you.
Yeah.
All right, I like that one better.
It's good. It's good.
That dude's gun was nuts, though.
yeah,
Is
their
it-
Yeah.
weapons were all very extreme, if I would
Mm-hmm.
make a word.
Well, the rest of them were kind of gross, but the gun was at least interesting. It's just like this is my personal firearm, an anti-aircraft gun.
So, did the main character have like a sword made of like CDs or something? What was
I
going
think
on?
that's what they were supposed to be, but they were so damn small. It looked like his whole
Yeah.
weapon was made of GameCube games.
It was. I thought it kind of looked like a bicycle chain at certain points too.
Yeah. I
Which is not
just
good.
don't know.
Or,
So
like- no, go ahead.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to express to the viewers what the plot of this thing that we just watched
Well,
was.
I think they're
gist
getting it
is-
about as good as we got it.
I mean, really?
Well,
Basically.
if we're gonna do a quick rundown, it's main character whose name I cannot remember.
Yukiya?
Yukiya.
Thinks he's a DJ. Puts together some kind of bland loops.
He's 14.
He's
Recently got
14.
into DJing.
Yeah, wants to go to music school. Runs into some childhood friend. You know, the standard issue childhood friend they issue you if you're a male Japanese teenager.
Yeah.
Anyway, runs into her. They talk for a little bit, and then I zoned out for a little bit, and they came back. They're apparently
went
gonna
to
do.
a diner and
They went to a
talked about
diner, had a
how
conversation.
few videos or how
They
we-
had pasta at the
Yeah.
diner. Remember pasta from last
And-
episode?
awkward.
What
teen-
kind of pasta do you like?
I'll
Shut
kill
up.
you.
Shut up! We
Sorry.
can't do this.
I'm sorry.
We can't talk about the pasta again.
So they go to a diner, they talk about DJing, and then he takes her to public. He takes her to public
Yeah.
and says, "Here, we're gonna do this performance. Hold my hand," and takes her to the fish realm, and they hijack the signal and are broadcasting onto everyone's phones, whether they want them to or not. And then
Which
they
is
get
terrifying.
shot at. Yeah, and then they get shot at by just some weird Catholic middle school girls with exploding guns.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently the broadcast reached too many people because other people who could get into the hand toucher realm were like, oh,
Now they're not called
they're
hand
so
touchers.
powerful.
Hand toucher.
Handshakers.
I guess
Whatever you want to call them.
I guess
love
the
it.
reason. I guess the reason they call him an irregular hand toucher is because he
No.
can just touch people who aren't hand touchers and take them to the fish world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Did
was
anyone
cool.
notice that during their DJ set, like weed leaves were flying around on the ground?
I thought those were Canadian flags.
No, those were weed leaves. They were just red.
They had that special weed.
Just wanted to point that out real quick. Maybe that's where hand touchers come from, is that they just get really high.
Hand touchers smoke weed to go to the fish world.
Yeah.
We gotta get the special hand touchers strain, you know.
Jesus Christ.
One thing I also wanted to point out, which I mentioned but no one picked up on, was how the childhood friend of Yukiya looks a bit like Hatsune Miku, just with the hair.
I think someone else did
Maybe
say that.
facetiously we're comparing them. Because
Did-
she's got the music tool, she's got the guitar, and she's
Did
got the
anybody
the
catch her name?
Nope.
No, I'm just gonna call her Hatsune Miku.
Haruka. That's her name.
Her name is
Sorry, I had to
Hatsune
look this
Miku.
up. She.
Also, like, what kind of archetype was she supposed to be? Was she like
She had
Sandra?
a.
She was
She had a lot of different personalities, huh?
Tsundere. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
'Cause-
sort of seemed like the character that's like crushing on the main character, I think.
Yeah.
She seemed like she was about 5 different girls at different times. Like, sometimes she was, like, really embarrassed, and then sometimes she was just, like, screaming in his face for no reason.
Holding a
And, like,
knife.
this is beyond the normal anime girl, like, unpredictable personality thing. This was, like, what is wrong with her? Stop yelling. We're in a diner.
What I want is like at least once for like a fucking anime girl character who's like attached to the guy, just to be like, hey, do you want to go out on a date? And it's like halfway through the episode, not even halfway, it's like not even like a cut to commercial type deal, it's just totally calm and casual, like what happens in fucking real life.
God.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to point out was when Yukiya was like, we need to touch hands, and she was like, Yukiya, and I wanted her to say, that's gay.
Well, I mean, it is.
Yukiya, hand
Well, it
touching
is
is
gay.
gay.
I don't know. The Japanese are weird about, like, any level of physical contact.
I mean, me too, honestly.
I mean, I understand, but
It was really. I just wonder if I would have understood any of that more if I had seen Handshakers.
Right.
Because on the one hand, I feel like maybe.
that's debatable.
Yeah. It just felt. I don't know.
I think that if you watched
I mean-
Handshakers and then you watch this, you would have understanding, but it would be at the cost of unending torment.
Yeah,
Sure.
like you'd have knowledge, but you wouldn't want the knowledge.
That's very
to
true.
me, there doesn't seem to be like, I don't think they're going for a super deep plot. It's more like, here's an excuse for us to put these characters with really big, funky weapons into a realm where they can just fight all they want.
Sure.
Yeah, like this is the
So-
beginning of an attempt at like a battle show. But
Yeah.
Confuse the audience until they accept whatever you show them.
My overall impression was that things like not it went so slow in my opinion. Like
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like I
that was
spent like
happening.
I do feel like I spent like a day watching that.
Yeah, it felt like for 20 minutes it was just like a weird kind of boring slice of life, and then for 2 minutes it was like suddenly like
Wizard Bears.
3 seasons into Ruby, like we were just
Uh-huh.
watching just some crazy shit going on
Yes.
with not a lot of
that is-
context.
There was
that
a
is
lot
the
of.
best description.
I'm looking at my notes again, trying to figure out some more.
One thing I wanted to point out wasn't it funny how when asked his age, Yukiya's like 14, I think?
The
Oh,
thing.
I mean, me too, though.
I mean, I guess.
I still don't know how old I am.
yeah.
I think I'm 49.
Am I
What
the?
up?
Yeah.
I think I'm the age from that Blink 182 song.
That's my age again.
Yeah.
I did notice, and this was apparently a problem with the first series, that good lord, they just won't stop panning the camera.
No.
That's so they get away from they don't have to animate.
Yeah, but it's really gross and disorienting.
Made my head hurt.
It's real bad to look at and experience.
Bad to see.
So, so I have to ask: Is anybody gonna come back to whoo for more?
I think the one through line for me, I mean, the answer is no, but the one through line that would even I would even Can I start over?
It sounds like you're going to have to at this point.
Take your time.
You need
for
to.
me, okay, for me, the one through line that would have me even educate.
Mm.
Okay, hang on.
Come back to me later.
Third time's the charm, babe.
All right. I'll choose the next person in line. Emma, do you have anything to say?
I don't think I would watch Wise again unless I went back and watched Handshakers, but I don't want to. I really don't want to. But I feel like that's the only way that I would actually understand a single bit of what we watched today.
From the synopsis I watched of Handshakers, no, it would not really help.
Sure. I would at least maybe know what to call Fish World.
It's a place.
That's true.
I believe, according to Wikipedia, it's called the Ziggurat.
Oh.
What?
Which is very cool. A cool thing to call it.
I mean, that's a cool thing to call stuff. I don't really see why it's called that, but
I have no fucking possible idea why it is that.
I mean, that's like their weapons being called Nimrods.
Nimrods. Yeah, it's like just vague Bible references.
Yeah, there's some vague Mesopotamian shit going on here, but I wouldn't.
That's why I like how when Western media wants to be really mysterious, they'll reference ancient Sumerian stuff or Eastern religion, and then in Japan, and they want to feel mysterious, they just start referencing Christianity.
Oh yeah. Or Norse myth. They like a Yggdrasil.
Sure.
Well, I can say I'm probably not going to come back to watch any more of more wooz anytime in the future. That is not my kind of show. It's hard to stress how gross parts of it are to look at.
It's really awful. I did note that at first. It was in the very introduction, all of the battling stuff was oh wow, this might actually be a show. And then immediately it was a million times worse. It was just everybody was ugly and they had little gross Play-Doh mouths and just oh.
I liked the music at the very, very beginning. The music at the very, 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 very beginning, not the stuff that Yukio was vomiting out, but the music during the intro I thought was pretty chill and nice, but then
Sure.
Well, they probably licensed that from somebody.
Yeah, immediately when they were this is gonna be a hit, it was the music that was playing was really shitty.
God.
Oh boy.
I think I'm ready to say my piece.
Okay.
The one through line that would make me even think about continuing is does the girl dead? We have all these flashback or flash forwards of her dying, and it's that came out of nowhere and it went nowhere. What happens with that? That's interesting. But that's about it.
Curious about that too.
I think the answer to that is just a quick Wikipedia search.
Yeah, should just be find out what happens and oh, they never touch on it again. Oh, great.
How about you, Joey? Are you gonna watch?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Joey has more One Piece to watch.
No, here's the thing. I have like I've been busy lately, and normally I'm not opposed to like watching stuff like this if I have the free time, but if I don't, I'm gonna save my time for things I'm more interested in. I don't. I mean, I guess I.
I mean, if you're gonna watch trash, at least watch fun trash.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And again, whatever someone else said too was like you can find all of this information probably just by looking it up, and I'd probably be more inclined to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a lot more to say about it, unless we just want to talk about how like just really gross it is to see.
I have one point that I think that like it's kind of one of those, that time in the first episode when I was like, did they crawl out of the dragon dick?
Hmm.
It's one of those things where it's just like, why did you have to bring that up, Blackle? Why
All right,
couldn't we
do
just
tell.
let that die? Did anyone notice how one of the girls who were holding hands with the other girl at the very end, the one with the sword and the other one had a gun? Did
Yeah.
anyone notice that her in some of the scenes with her in it, her boobs just bounced for no
They
reason?
just started moving.
They just bounced for no reason, as
Yeah.
if like
I didn't
I
notice that at all. I would have put it in my
didn't
notes if I
notice.
saw it.
as if
She
a ghost
has-
hand from God came down and just sort of whacked them.
She has anime titty syndrome. It happens.
Really, really bad, yeah.
For no fucking reason. No external force could have caused that, and yet it happened. What the fuck?
I think the only way that gets worse is if it's a very still scene, and then they start and stop.
That's what happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
Baby. It's
Oh.
not
At least she
good.
didn't. I mean, I was about to say at least they didn't have titty socks, but I think they kind of did have titty socks.
They
Did
kind
they
of did
have
have
titty
titty socks.
Oh no, not
See,
titty
now-
socks.
Now the thing is, I'm probably going to have to go back and watch just the scene with.
Yeah,
the
sure you
girls in
are.
it, just to like research.
Research.
Yeah,
research.
Yeah. Research. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Anyway, that's my did they crawl out of the dragon penis moment for this episode.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
it's always nice to have your have that kind of input on the show.
Always
Like-
nice to have your dragon penis on board, Blackhole. Thank you so
My
much.
dragon penis based insight.
Like
Oh.
just before we've run out of stuff to say and we're about to leave. It's
Did
really
anyone
nice.
notice the dragon penis?
Yeah, foot out the door.
Wait a
And
minute.
to lean back through the door frame and say, "What?"
What is it?
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
One thing I want to mention that was for the last episode, we did end up watching the rest of the season. Of
We did.
end
We
up
did.
watching
We
all
did.
of it.
we watched all of it all
Oh
together.
my
as a team.
god.
Well, it was a total of like 21 minutes
It
of
was like
footage.
watching an episode of anime, like one episode,
Oh my
one full
God.
episode total.
So we did end up watching the rest of that. It did not get particularly any more impressive.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
At least they kissed at the end.
They did.
yeah, they did.
did kiss
I
at
mean,
the
like,
Spoilers. Sorry, I should have
Spoilers.
stated that was spoilers for That Boy is a Professional Wizard,
I
an
don't
anime that
think-
you can start and finish watching in the span of 25 minutes.
I don't think anyone is going to be the least bit surprised.
mhm.